the circle of light. The circle of light is you and me. It's where we can feel safe to be. The shame, the shadows can fall away. We question our thoughts. We change the way. When we change the way we see the world, we change the way we are. Ooh, it is so beautiful to have you here. For those of you, I think, just in case anyone's watching that doesn't know me, my name is Bernadette Petrie, the Soul's Life Coach, creator of the Barefoot Sanctuary. And this is the Circle of Light this morning. I normally do this at the Barefoot Sanctuary once a month. And obviously with what's going on at the moment, we couldn't go there, but I've been wanting to bring this work online for ages. So this morning, for those that haven't been, people that have come to the circle, the format is going to be different because obviously I can't see you. You can see me. I actually don't think I can play music because what I don't want to do is for it to get cut off, because Facebook do that with music copyright. They can just cut it off and then you won't hear anything. So I have got, if you've got some, I don't know if any of you saw the thing yesterday, but if you do have some music to hand and you want to just pop on some just lovely kind of meditative music, that would be great. So you could just play that, because obviously I just don't want to risk it cutting out for you. I'm going to put one of my headphones on just to give me a bit of a guide, because it helps me. It helps me to take you on the journeying side when we do it. So I will have some music playing in my ear, but you won't hear it, so it won't cut off. Okay, it will still be perfect. Thank you, Kelly. Hi, Sandy. Lovely to see you here. The course of this morning is that we're going to, the Circle of Light is a meditation and it is a healing circle. So in order to heal, I believe we have to go into our shadow side. And as I was thinking about this session this morning, obviously all of us have had, I'll just take this out for now, all of us have had our worlds shifted and changed over the last 8-10 days. I can't imagine there's many people on the planet that aren't, particularly for us in the Western world, I think. And I'm sure, like many of you, last week, every day was a different day, and different things were dropping in and different things were coming and emotions were just following. And I know enough, because of having the rug pulled out for me 10 years ago when I went into the Priory. I know enough to go with it a bit more, but it was still really hard. But what it brought up for me was a feeling of feelings of betrayal and rejection and all of those things. And when I was clearing out my room last week, because I have moved rooms, I found this little thing, which is a little jewelry box that I was given in 1979 when I was 10. And inside this little jewelry box are, I know, I've carried these around for years, like my watch from when I was 10. The medal that I won at saying a poem on stage, my things that obviously meant something to me and I couldn't bear to let go of. And it occurred to me that almost like these are things that my soul put in a treasure box for me, because there were going to be important times for me to go back and sit with that age of myself and do some healing work. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to do some forgiveness work. So that's what the pen and paper are for, and we're going to get ourselves free of some of the negativity that we have been all carrying around, and that will have been stirred up with everything that's been going on. So we're going to do that first. Hi Roz, you're jumping in at a good time. So that's why you need the pen and paper. So we're going to do some of this work to just get rid of the stuff that's been like the earlier flower, what if nothing has gone wrong? All the emotions that you've been feeling, all the fears, anxiety, stress, all of those incredibly important emotions that have been stirred up, they are connected to what's inside your treasure box, inside of you. And so the plan this morning is for us to do some of this work. Then we're going to ground ourselves in a meditation. Then I'm going to guide you towards your own inner sanctuary. And that will be a physical building in a beautiful place in nature that you have already have made up in your imagination already. It's been there for you, waiting for years. For those of you that come to the circle and have done this work with me before, you'll know exactly where you're going to go. But when we're in that space, I'm going to invite you to, you're going to imagine that you can see your own treasure box. And when you lift the lid, there's going to be something that is going to bring that part of you into the circle with you so that healing can happen. And then we will come back into the collective spirit. I want you to imagine for the whole rest of the session that we are sitting in this beautiful circle together. You're in a safe space. You can feel whatever you can feel. Nobody can see anything. Everybody's in this circle of love. So there's going to be a lot of beautiful opportunity for you to heal. And then we will, once we feel more whole, which is what we will do when we've done this work, we will then be in a capacity to send out and serve from a full cup. And that will be energetically sending out love to everybody that is right on the front line of this. And to energetically protect yourself as you go through this so that you can show up the way that in 15 years' time you would want yourself to have shown up. Does that make sense? So if anyone is giving me a thumbs up there, that would be good. Making sure that I'm not rambling too much. Who am I going to rely on to be my feedback person? Kelly Clark, you know the way this goes, so I'm going to rely on you to just give me a wee thumbs up to make sure you heard that, because if you heard it, everyone else did. Thank you, Rosie. Beautiful. Okay. So, let's get going, shall we? If anyone's got any questions that they want to ask before we start, now would be the perfect time. And then once we get going, guys, what I would love you to do is to just not worry about the keyboard. Just, don't think about interacting. Don't think about sending me any stuff. We've been asked to go inside. We're all in our own homes, and now we're going to go inside into our own inner sanctuary. And so I just want you to don't worry about having to do any more communication with me. Okay? Right. So let's get this going. Now, so what I want you to do is make sure you're fully comfortable, that you're, sitting in a way that you'll be able to sustain for, the next 40 minutes or so. So if that means you need to sit in a chair, cushions, just make sure, don't even compromise a little bit, okay? So I'm actually going to just wrap myself up in this little scarf. I might even put the heater on, make sure you're nice and warm. And there we go. And so just make sure that you've got exactly what you need. And what we're going to do, first of all, I'm going to read you a poem, and then I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and this is what you'll need your pen for. Okay? So welcome to the Circle of Light, and thank you so much for joining me in this really important work. And just take a deep breath and close your eyes. Let go of labels, let go of shame, let go of blame. Trust in the bigger picture. Trust in more than the eye can see. Trust that what's real is possibly right now impossible to thee. Let your heart open, let your guard fall. Let me help you to remember, to cherish it all. Let yourself return to the love that is true. Let me help you to remember that love is you. So what I'd like you to do now is to pick up the piece of paper and pen. And I want you to write down, firstly, the labels that you use to describe yourself with that are holding you back, or any labels at all that that are using to describe yourself. I want you to write them down on a piece of paper, and you've got a moment or two to do that. Good morning, Laura. So we are writing down on a piece of paper the labels that you use to describe yourself with. And I want you to include in that any adjectives that you use to describe your personality. Maybe you describe yourself as bossy or selfish or whatever. Anything like that. Needy. Any labels that you describe yourself with. Put those down now too. So in case anyone didn't hear that question, the question I'm asking is, write down on the piece of paper the labels that you use, any labels whatsoever that you use to describe yourself with. Number 2, take a deep breath, close your eyes. No one else is here but you. And write down something that you still feel ashamed about. Anything at all. Just trust whatever comes to mind. Good. And now finally, write down the name, just one person's name or two. But one person is fine. Someone that you still blame. That maybe in the last week or so, stuff has come up around that person even more. So just write down the name of someone that you still blame. And there you go. Now take a deep breath, and this is the great part. Just rip it up. Every single word, every single letter, energy is within that you don't need. And just let it go. Now because you're at home, you'll be able to burn that if you want. So I'm going to put mine in a little pot and I'm going to burn that later. So if you've got lighter now, feel free. As long as you're safe, light it up and burn it away. Okay. So hopefully you're feeling a bit lighter. In order to come into the secret self of who you are, we have to do the shadow side first. That's my belief anyway. So hopefully you all start to feel a bit lighter, and now we can go into our journey. Right. Okay. Good morning, Mandy Abbott. We're just about to start our meditation. So now for the rest of the session, don't worry about giving any feedback. As I said, just, make sure you're really warm and comfortable and get ready to come on a journey with me and get ready to meet your inner wisdom. So I want you to close your eyes down. I'll be doing the same. Close your eyes. Pay attention to any tension that's in your body. Pay attention to any noises that you might hear in the background and just let them come. And just start to feel your body relax. Bring all your attention to your breath. And try and focus your breathing in by breathing deeply into your belly. And take another deep breath. And allow the floor, the chair, the ground, allow it to hold you. And this morning, before we even begin, we give thanks to the fact that we are safe in our homes. We give thanks to all of the people that are out during this very incredibly stressful, frightening time for so many people, that we are well, that we are safe, and that we are doing what we need to do by staying inside and now going deeper inside so that we can be who we came on this earth to be. So just bring all your attention now to the tip of your toes. I want you to imagine that there's a warm light surrounding all of your toes suddenly all at once. And you invite that warmth to move through your feet. You feel it going around your ankles. You feel it moving up the fronts of your legs and the backs of your legs. You feel it around your knees, your thighs. You feel it coming in through your body, surrounding your entire inner organs. You feel it deeply in your center. And you allow your belly to relax. And you allow the chair, the floor, the ground to hold you. And own this light that is inside of you. Own this divinity that is awakened in your belly. And feel it move up now up into your chest, into your heart. Feel it moving up into your throat, onto your lips, your cheeks, your nose, your eyes, your forehead. Feel it above your head. Feel the divinity around and above you. Lean up. Feel yourself stretching as you get pulled to this higher vibration of who you are. And allow the love to flood through every single neural pathway. Allow this divinity to pour down through your mind, letting all your worries and fears wash away. And feel this beautiful light moving down the back of your spine, relaxing your shoulders, all the way down to the very base of your spine. And again, allow the floor, the chair, whatever you're sitting on, to hold you. Put your palms on your thighs. Open out your fingers. Feel them tingling with the awareness of who you truly are, a being of light on a human journey. Here to experience every single emotion, not to be limited by just trying to be happy, or just trying to be good, or just trying to be pure. You are allowed to feel every single emotion. That is the whole point. And let the surge of light flood up through your fingers, through your arms, your elbows, your biceps, your triceps, up onto your shoulders. And let all the sacks, all the weights, all the responsibilities, all that baggage, let it go. Give yourself permission to take it off and feel it moving off the weight of your back. Feel yourself becoming lighter and allow the chair, the floor, whatever it is that's holding you, to hold you. Now I want you to bring your attention back to your heart. This beautiful, energetic pulse in the center of this human body that connects us to our eternal self. At some points of our hearts, we have barricades. Maybe it all feels barricaded. And what we have forgotten is there is a strength. And this heart it is impossible for it to break. It is divine, it is sacred, it is eternal. And so I want you to imagine you're now deep inside your heart and you are releasing the barricades, taking down the shutters. And one by one you feel illumination and you start to feel everything that is within your body, that has been going on inside of your body. And you know that you are safe to feel it. So just imagine the barricades, the wall, gradually melting away. And you see yourself in the center. And you remember how sacred and eternal this part of your essence is. And that it is safe to be open because it is eternally protected. So you might now want to put your hand on your heart. Feel its strength. Feel its reconnection to being able to feel everything. It doesn't need to be numbed. It doesn't need to be protected. It is what protects us. It is what protects all parts of us. But it needs to be able to feel it to do its job properly. So let your heart start to feel it all. Let your heart be free. Okay. So tune into how you're feeling in your body. Stay with your breath. Be here now, in this beautiful moment in time. Trust what your heart's telling you. It's not afraid. It's ready and willing. And so now I want you to imagine that all of us are sitting in a beautiful circle together. We are sitting in a beautiful meadow. To the left and to the right of you are women, all willing to feel their feelings, all willing to do the inner work. And there's enough space between you all so that you feel together but protected. You don't feel hemmed in. You have a beautiful, just like we would in terms of social distancing, you have a beautiful space around you so that you realize that you can feel connected to people without having to touch them physically. We are energetic beings of light. So now I want you to imagine this beautiful circle. We are all sitting 2 feet apart. We are all together. Take another deep breath in through your belly. And imagine yourself stepping out of your body. And as you step out of your body, you want you to feel the grass on your bare feet. And I want you to stand and look at yourself sitting in this beautiful sacred circle. Pay attention to what you're wearing. See your face. Take it all in. And I want you to look upon yourself now with real gratitude. Your whole humanity is based on all of who you are, all the things, the parts of our bodies that feel wonky or different, and just take in all of your humanity. And now collectively I want you all to turn towards the center. Your human self is sitting there, your body is here in the circle, and your body will stay in this circle, in this portal almost, as we all journey on together. And we're all going to step in away from our bodies. And ahead of us all now is an archway, a doorway, an invitation. And I want us all now to step collectively into the doorway. And as we step through this doorway, collectively we will, each of us, step into a completely different scene in nature, completely on our own. The circle will be waiting when we return. So imagine your eye now, this beautiful doorway, and see everybody walking towards it collectively. Each has an archway in the center. And as we each walk through our arches, I want you to imagine now that you stepped out into another beautiful natural area, whatever feels most appropriate to you, whether it's a forest, a beach, or whatever it is. This is your path towards your own sanctuary. Allow yourself to step through it. I want you to pay attention to the temperature, the smell, all that's around you in your new world, this portal that has led you. You've made a quantum leap, in fact. Allow yourself to walk into this new paradigm, this parallel universe, if you like. And pay attention to all that you feel around you, the smells, the sounds. Feel the ground beneath your feet. And although you are completely alone, you feel utterly safe. The temperature is perfect for you. The sounds are perfect for you. The smells are perfect for you. Just breathe it all in. And now I want you to look up ahead. And you see in the distance a pathway. And you start to follow that pathway, which leads to a building that has been waiting for you your entire life. Your own, very own inner sanctuary. This is a place where you will be able to sit and connect with your wisest teacher, your own inner divinity. Some of you will have been to the sanctuary before, so it will become immediately obvious. For others, use your imagination to create a building that you would love to walk into. And every age and stage of your childhood has been building this already for you in your mind's eye. So just trust what comes up. Feel yourself walking towards it. Feel the pull from this building for you. This is your safe place. Allow yourself to walk towards it. And as you approach it, pay attention to the shape of the building. It will be unique for you. For some it will be round, square. Whatever it is a perfect sanctuary, a perfect place for you to safely be with your own thoughts, be with your own emotions. So allow yourself to turn the handle. Feel it underneath your hand and feel the doorway open. Feel the temperature difference, and as you close the door behind you, everything becomes still. Everything becomes perfectly still. There is a smell that makes you feel so safe inside. The light, the temperature is exactly what you need. And just take it all in, the beauty of this sanctuary that has been waiting for you all this time. A place where only you can go into. A place where you can invite others energetically, but only because it serves you. No one has the keys to the sanctuary but you. So breathe it in. Pay attention again to how it feels, the colours, the sounds. What is the interior made up of? And trust that everything you need to be comfortable is there. So allow yourself now to walk over into the center of your sanctuary, where you will find a very comfortable place, perfect for you to sit, perfect for you to reflect. Allow yourself now to sit down in this center. Look at your hands and your feet, and you can feel that you're fully there. It's as real as ever. And the building feels incredibly real. So just breathe it all in. And then I'm going to ask you some questions that I want you to think about. Can you let yourself be here now? with all that is going on in the world, can you give yourself permission to let go of that just for a few more moments and be here now? And I want you to imagine now that there is a treasure box sitting in front of you. A little box that contains things that are important, that your soul made you put there because they would be important for your healing journey. I want you to open up the lid of that box and see what's inside. And allow yourself to be drawn to the object that resonates the most just now. Some memory from your childhood, from your past, and hold it in your hand. And as you hold it in your hand, like I'm doing now, bring this part of you into your mind's eye and invite her to come and sit with you in the center. Suddenly you know exactly what she's wearing, and she's right there in front of you. And she is so beautiful. And she's been waiting a long, long time. And allow yourself to reach your hands out to her. And let her come and sit beside you. And maybe you feel inclined to just put your arms around her now immediately and give her a hug. And allow yourself to feel all that she is feeling. All that she stuffed down all those years ago. All the feelings, all the emotions. Let her feel them and hold her as she feels them. And now I want you to look her deeply in the eyes and tell her that you will never abandon her again. That you see her and you cherish her and you value her so much. And you are sorry that you judged her. And you are sorry that you thought she was less than. And you will not abandon her again. And allow her to look into your eyes and feel your integrity. And suddenly she feels safe. She feels seen. She feels held and she feels cherished. And by holding her and bringing her into your heart now, you invite her to see your life as it is now. The life that she has been in completely in the dark about. She has been stuck inside of you, unaware that the dreams she had back then have actually come true. And more so with her on board, more dreams can be made real. You are more whole with her in your life. And just be with each other. Take in her beautiful features. Let her feel the unconditional love that you have bestowed out to so many children, other than yourself. And let her feel the magnitude of your love. And bring her and feel her merge into your heart. And now become aware of your own very own eternal self. This beautiful image of you appears beside you and your child self. The part of you that doesn't ever buy into drama. The part of you that just sees the bigger picture. Feel her strength surrounding you both now. Feel her compassion and her ability to see everyone through the eyes of God, through the eyes of the divinity. Her eyes are the divine eyes. And invite her to guide you further forward from today. Pay attention to what it feels like, her energy, so that you will know when she is guiding you versus fear. The qualities she possesses are the complete opposite of fear. To remind yourself and allow that even higher vibration to move through you. And now this is a time for you to listen to her. Imagine she's almost embracing you with a hug or touching your heart or your forehead. And in the process, you receive a message. You receive a message of love and wisdom. And you will go on to write down this message in a letter to yourself in a moment or two. So just now, pay attention. And I see the three of you smiling, feeling connected, revitalized and unafraid. And know that your emotions are where your safety lies, where your expansion lies. Walking into our shadow self is how we will thrive, and how collectively we will create the earth and the world that that they can see right now. So now I want you to imagine and feel that child merging in with your body. And feeling yourself merging in with your inner wisdom. Until once again, in your own sanctuary, you're sitting completely alone. But you don't feel remotely alone. You feel more connected than you have ever felt. You feel a strength coursing through your veins. And you are ready. You are ready to return back to your present day body. So allow yourself to stand up. Stand up. Stretch out your arms in your sanctuary. Move your body. Take in all that you are. Feel the difference in your body and in your mind and in your heart as another part of you has returned home. Feel the lightness in your step. Allow yourself to move, dance, jump. Feel that inner expression and see yourself being free. You are a being of light on a human journey. And being human is the very point of it all. You cannot get this wrong. And now it's time to leave your beautiful sanctuary, but knowing that you can come back to this space anytime. You hold the keys. All you need to do is take yourself into a quiet space and you'll be there. So take one last look around. Feel it fully in your mind. And open the door. Feel yourself step out onto the ground again, onto the grass, whatever you're in. And start walking towards the archway. You see it in the distance. You know it's your whole life waiting for you when you return. And with every step you take, you remember the words from your inner wisdom. You remember her words, her eternal strength. And now instead, you also feel this part of yourself, this younger self that had been stuck in the dark, waiting for you to find her. So feel her energy in your body. Maybe even find yourself skipping, moving with her energy, seeing the world, walking towards your future in the way that she walked towards it so eagerly, so keen to be part of it, so keen to make her mark. This time she will not be disappointed. And so together, three as one, step through the archway. And you will look upon yourself sitting on the ground in this circle of women united. Circle of beings together as one. And just for a moment, take a look at your human self and make a promise to stop judging yourself. A commitment to doing your very best not to judge yourself, because we will stumble and fall. But when we do, we will return to our sanctuary, do the healing work, and come back into the game of life. So take a look at this human self that you are now with compassion. And then together as three, dive right back in to your body. And feel the sweet reunion. Feel it in your hands now. Bring all that beautiful energy into this moment. And now you are back in your room. And together we all send out this love, optimism, and healing power. We send it from our hearts to everybody in our homes, in our towns, in the county, in the country. We feel it going through every single body that is on this planet right now, dealing with this crisis, this existential crisis of remembering who we truly are. You have remembered something that will help. Send it from your heart. See them as they truly are, beautiful human beings, all here to help us, all here to play their part in the awakening. We send out prayers and love to COVID-19. We are receiving your message. We respectfully listen, and we will do better from now on. And we ask you to be gentle and to connect us. And we will overcome this. We will listen to the message. We will take responsibility for changing our own lives and for loving each other more. The circle of light is you and me. It's where we can feel safe to be. The shame, the shadows, they fall away. We question our thoughts and we change the way. When we change the way we see the world, we change the way we are. And I invite you to open your eyes again. I'm sending you so much love, so much gratitude on this beautiful day in our hearts. Stretch out your body. Hug yourself tightly. Be kind to you. And I'll be back next week if you want to join me again. And if any of you have any questions that you want to ask just now, I'm very willing to stay on and answer any more questions that you might have. Thank you so much for giving yourself and the world this time. God bless. Mwah. Oh, hello Camilla, Sawatsky's watching, and Judith and Millie and Mandy and Laura, you've all joined in between. Thank you, Amanda. Oh, bless your heart, bless you, Mandy. Congratulations, honey bun. So if anyone has any questions, if feel free. But what I would suggest you do, if you can, before you leave the room, that's what I'm going to do, is just pick up that other piece of paper and write yourself that letter before you do anything else. Write yourself a letter from your inner wisdom and read it back to yourself and bring that into the rest of your day. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. That's so beautiful to see. Oh, oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Yes, we can do this every Sunday right here. Bit of a shock to realise that the clocks were going forward. Oh dear. Oh, thank you, Sandy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wonderful, everybody. Oh, wow. Wow. And no music. I have music in my ear, so which helped me a lot to guide you there. So hopefully you were feeling it in my tone of voice. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's wonderful. So what I would also suggest is that you go outside today. Normally at this point when we do this at the sanctuary, we go down to the beach. Those of you that have done that know that. We take our socks and shoes off and we ground. So that is what I'm going to be doing when I go out for my daily exercise today. So I know we're all just going out once a day, but if you can, just for a few minutes, take your socks and shoes off, do the grounding work, drink lots of water, be very gentle with yourself. You've brought another part of you home. And if you have any questions that you want to ask individually, just email me, Bernadette at, what is it? thebarefootsanctuary.co.uk or Bernadette at Barefoot Ambition, whichever email you have, they all work. So, or Bernie works too. So just send them to me every Sunday. New church, yeah. Oh, this has made me stronger. Oh, Susan, thank you so much. Dude, you're in. Yay! Awesome. And so if anyone wants to go further with it, I think a lot of you guys have read my book, but if anyone hasn't, this book will take you deeper on this and will help you make sense of the work that we're doing as we go in. I'm going to be here every Sunday. It's for me and for you. As I heal, you heal. And I had a very beautiful healing experience there myself. So yeah, next Sunday we're here and spread the word. We want to get as many people doing this work because this is what this is all about, us doing this work. So yeah, I'm going to be saving this so it will go on. So if you want to do it again during the week, you'll be able to do that. I'm going to put it up onto the YouTube channel, the Barefoot Sanctuary YouTube channel. We're just re-tagging it, or it's all happening very slowly. But surely we're not going anywhere for a few weeks. I think we're going to be here for many weeks. So every Sunday I'll be here in this spot. So I would love it if you would join me. So I'm going to go now. Good love, 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 love. Be kind. Remember, do the letter. And I'll see you next time. Lots of love. Bye. The Circle of Light. The Circle of Light is you and me. It's where we can feel safe to be. The shame, the shadows can fall away. We question our thoughts. We change the way. When we change the way we see the world, we change the way we are.